This is an Instant Pot. What is an Instant Pot? It's a pressure cooker that's not called a pressure cooker, so you won't be scared of it. Kind of like how they changed Windows Vista a little bit and called it Windows 7, and then suddenly everyone was okay with it. Okay, so we're gonna make spicy chicken stir fry. I'm gonna start with this pepper, and here comes my cat trying to grab the tripod. I gave you greenies. Louis Rossmann told the world about greenies. He's like, hello there, I'm Louis Rossmann, and I'd like to talk about greenies and right to repair. Louis Rossmann kind of has the voice cadence of William Shatner, but with a different accent. I should see how good of a Louis Rossmann impression I could do. Okay. Hey everybody, I'm Louis Rossmann. I'd like to talk today about something that I've been thinking about quite a bit. Right to repair. I've been flying all over the country, trying to get people to right to repair. But our politicians don't know anything about computers. So yeah, he kind of has the cadence of William Shatner, but with obviously his voice sounds different. Like when you're impersonating people, it's not necessarily sounding like them, but talking like them. Right here, I'm going to use the PP1 bus to cut up a pepper. The bigger the glob of pepper, the better the job. So the reason I'm cutting the pepper first is so I don't cross-contaminate. Although since I put the rest of the pepper in the fridge, won't really matter because this pepper is going in with the raw chicken. Oh well, I guess I'm just being too fancy. Well, you don't want the knife to touch the raw chicken and the pepper that you put back into the fridge. Although if you think about it, it's still in the fridge. Okay, I'm going to set the crock pot Instant Pot to brown saute and then push start. This is just going to kind of heat it up. And we'll use this to put an initial browning onto the chicken. I'm just getting a little bit of olive oil in there. The bigger the glob of olive oil, the better the job. All right. And when you do stuff like this, you want to have like a dirty hand and a clean hand. Now, I'm not talking about how different cultures use the bathroom. I'm talking about cultures of salmonella. So this is my dirty hand, so I use my clean hand to open the fridge and put the wrapper back inside of it. So there's no raw chicken on my door. So yeah, I used to get like a standard sized chicken breast, cut it down the middle, and then cut it into little medallions. Let the knife do the work. You know, sometimes you have a Gordon Ramsay and they're all like, oh, use your beautiful knuckle. And it's like, I don't know about that. Yeah, I wonder if Louis Rossmann will like move to Atlanta. See, the thing is, New York is unique New York, in that there's a lot of foot traffic. And there's also really high percentage of Mac users. Now, you could maybe go to like Los Angeles and have a high percentage of Mac users, but you wouldn't have foot traffic because nobody walks in California. And it also never rains in Southern California. Well, I wish him well. Although I did think a couple years ago when he was doing his new shop search, he's like, well, my current, what did he say? My current lease goes until 2024. He was talking about how his current lease goes into 2024. It's like, dude, just wait for the next recession and then decide. Okay, it's heating up. Okay, I'm gonna take the diced chicken, put it into the pot. Beauty. I'm also using my clean hand to push the button on the camcorder. Oh, this is my new wave oven, infrared oven. I really love it. Although the domes only last a couple years. And I can't even find replacement domes anymore, so I don't know, I might just have to buy a whole new unit. But today it's about the Instant Pot. I think I made a video about beef stew with this thing a couple years ago. Yeah, a friend of mine got me this as a housewarming present. Although I'm still not entirely sure it wasn't an extra thing from their wedding registry. All right, what do we think? Parsley? No. I think we're gonna go with oregano. I just like to smell the herbs and spices, and then I'm like, okay, that smells like something that would go with chicken. Yeah, let's do that. Now, since this is an Instant Pot, it's going to retain almost all of the moisture. It's not like cooking something on the stove where the moisture turns into steam. So you want to make sure that you don't go overboard on the amount of liquids you add. In this case, how much liquid I'm going to add for the rice. Yeah, big old thing of pepper. I put Bud into kitten jail. He's still really needy, and he's the most needy when I'm in here in the kitchen. And even if I give him greenies, it doesn't stop him. He's like, I am not satiated by greenies. Oh yeah, I turned off the heat because, surprise, surprise, it's gonna keep cooking. Once I dumped in some sauces, it'll obviously bring the temperature down very quickly. All right, so when I make my spicy chicken, I mostly use mustards. Right? So I'm gonna use, the yellow mustard is just about kicked. And I put in some yellow mustard. Life hack. This is what Grandma used to have to do with her laudanum bottles. I'm gonna go just under a cup of rice. You know that thing with food where they make the packages smaller every year to hide the inflation? You really see it with like Hamburger Helper. Like if you put a pound of hamburger into Hamburger Helper now, it's mostly just hamburger with a few noodles. Right, that's basically 1 cup of mustard water. So I'll put this in, and then I won't put any additional liquids in. Even this might be a bit much. Yeah, I dumped out a little of the mustard water. So it's 1 cup of liquid per cup of rice. The reason I did that was because I'm going to add additional mustards, including this hot mustard. Oh yeah. Gouda spicy brown mustard. It's fairly spicy. Well, that's probably good. Yeah, I used to make this with Oriental seasonings or whatever you might say. Sometimes I usually top it with that, but most of the ingredients I put in, of course some Tabasco, are going to be just like mustards and spicy things. That was probably a bit much. Also, this might seem a little bit weird, but I'm also going to put in a little bit of balsamic vinegar. This will give it a little bit of a bite. Not too much of that. Now let's gently fold in the green pepper. Brilliant. Oh yeah, look at that mustardy goodness. Gotta be careful when you vent this thing. It'll let out mustard gas. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. This is why we don't want to brown the chicken too much because it will obviously cook more in the pressure cooker. Yeah, that looks... Actually, let's put in a little Wondermess. This is made down by Platteville. I actually used to work with the guy that made it. They had a song. Shake your Wondermess, shake your Wondermess, shake your Wondermess, shake your Wondermess, shake your bottle of Wondermess. The reason they encourage shaking the bottle of Wondermess is because they do not include an anti-caking agent. All right, so we're gonna go to the lock position. This is important. We want to set it to no steam. This pictogram is kind of dumb. So steam, no steam. If you leave it like this, it won't pressure cook and your food will basically boil down to glue. I'm gonna select rice risotto, pressure low, should be good, start it up. It says 12 minutes, but that's how long it cooks after it comes to temperature. So it's gotta get to temperature, get to pressure, and then the timer will start counting down. So it's more like 16, 17 minutes. Alexa, add yellow mustard to my shopping list.
I've added yellow mustard to your shopping list.
From Whole Paycheck Foods. Can you hear it bubbling? They're coming to get you, Barbara. Oh, I didn't realize that the Alexa app actually has a shopping list in it. So I added, well actually I don't need paper towels.
On your shopping list, garlic, paper towels, and yellow mustard.
I just removed paper towels, so now it's just yellow mustard and garlic. How about that? Catch me outside. Now I can't resist. Let off some steam, crock pot. In that movie, Arnold is actually like, let off some steam, Bennett. He says the line completely wrong. It's like, maybe you should do another take? No. The display has changed from the word heat to the countdown timer. Only 12 minutes to go. I'm so tired of blue LEDs. Bud, are you tired of blue LEDs? I know I'm tired of you opening my cabinets. No, don't even think about it. Big fat Bud. Big fat Bud. He's got a big fat belly full of jelly. Big fat Bud. He's not really fat yet, but he's up to 11 pounds now. Meow. Do you want me to draw you like one of my French cats? Here, kitten cat! Come on! You'll never catch me alive, kitten! Where did I go? Wah! Wah! Experiment. What does Bud like more? Robot-powered laser or human-powered laser? It's weird, right? But how high can you jump? How high can you jump? Whoa! You could totally jump onto my table or my counter if you wanted to, but thankfully you haven't figured it out yet. Who's a good little kitty? Not you most of the time. Just squish that cat. Squish that cat. No, don't squish me! Okay, it's done. Now I can release the steam. And the lid won't actually open until the steam is released, so there's like a pressure latch in it or something. I mean, it's not like scalding hot. I mean, it's hot, but it's not like, well, obviously I'm not screaming in pain. Hot. There we go. There it is. Let's get this out onto a plate. Nice. I think you could have used a little more liquid, but I like it when the rice isn't all runny. Yeah, look at that color. Oh, Kitten wants some too. Kitten, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't eat this, so I'm not gonna give it to you. Found I had some sweet and sour sauce too, so I'm just gonna do a little bit of a drizzle. Man, I haven't made this in a while. Just paint it a little bit, just to give it a little bit of sweetness across the top, because the main body of it's going to be fairly tangy. I'll do this in the opposite crosshatch pattern. Just a little. Because, you know, you're basically pouring pure sugar onto it. It's the American way. Ah, now to taste it. Fresh out of the Instant Pot. Get some rice. It looks a bit firm on camera, but it's actually quite soft once you get a bite out of it. Oh yeah, that's good. I like my food spicy, so I usually, you know, I spice it up pretty good. The green peppers are a bit mushy. I don't know how we could really solve that problem, like with a 12-minute cook time. Let's try some chicken. Chicken cooked really well. Remember, we just browned it to start. But yeah, it cooked really well. It's not stringy at all. It almost melts in your mouth. I guess you could say it could literally melt in your mouth. I suppose if you ate some gallium, that would literally melt in your mouth. So yeah, that's a recipe that I like to make with my Instant Pot. It's pretty simple. I don't know, what would this cost? Like, well, the pepper is probably about $1.29. So it's about 30 cents worth of pepper. The chicken breast was probably $3, so. And then the sauce is basically free. So yeah, you know, less than $5. Restaurant quality food. So if you've ever thought about getting an Instant Pot, I would definitely recommend it. It also can work as a, you know, slow cooker. I mostly use it in Instant Pot mode, but the things I have slow cooked with it, like pork ribs, it does a very good job. Although the pork ribs, you usually want to like finish them off in the oven or a infrared oven because you want to crisp up the crust. Because they come out of the slow cooker looking pretty gross. So you want to finish them in an oven. Yeah. Really tasty. I like how you just throw everything in the pot and then you walk away. and 12 minutes later it's done. You don't have to worry about stirring it, it bubbling over, it sticking, none of that because it's all Teflon. And just set it and forget it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and we'll see you in the next one.